with Chapter Chicks, and here is my birthday haul. I don't know if you guys know this, but me and Jessica's birthdays are a week apart. Mine's on February 19th, hers is February 27th. So we only go, we both wait until after our birthdays to go to Borders, but this year our parents were really cool and they gave us like a gift card for each of our birthdays. Like I got one on my birthday and I got one on Jesse's birthday, and Jesse got one on my birthday and I got one on her birthday, so we got to go twice. And then plus I had other people give me gift cards and she gave me a gift card. So yeah, big Borders haul. It's 29 books. Jessica's already broken her just down into the mailbox, so I'm just going to get right into it and try to get through them all. The first one is the one that I got for review, and I requested this one. It's Mermaid, a twist on a classic tale, and it's by Caroline Trudgeon. I'm not knowing if I'm saying her name right. I'm sorry if I'm not. I'm so bad at names. You know this. But here's what the finer cover is going to be, and here is the art. But it's basically a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and I am like so into these books right now because I read Beastly. I'm going to do a review on it soon, and I loved Beastly so much that I wanted to get into more stories about retellings. Like there's a retelling about Cinderella, and there's a retelling about Snow White that I know about. The Cinderella one is written by her, and then the Snow White one is written by Alex Finn. So I cannot wait to read this one. I'm like stopping requesting arcs just because I have so many that I'm behind on. So yeah, I'm not going to have very many for review here lately because I got to get all those up. So cannot wait to read that one. The Little Mermaid, I'm torn on which one was my favorite. I think Beauty and the Beast was my favorite, and The Little Mermaid was my second favorite. The next one I got is the fifth one in the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. It's The Awakening. Yeah, hoping the series is going to get better. Everyone tells me that it's going to, so can't wait to read that one and get up to date in that series, or closer up to date. The next ones, I should both of them. Borders had a bunch of YA books, buy one get one 50% off, and most of them I already had, but these two. So I got the Fledgling Handbook by PC Cast, not Christian Cast, just PC Cast. And it's basically like a little ology book about, it's just like a little what to do after you find out that you're a fledgling, and it goes with the House of Night series, so I can't wait to read this one. If you guys want me to review these, because I got a couple of ology books, and I don't know if everybody's obsessed with ology books as much as I am, so if you want me to do like a group review of all of these to tell you if they're actually worth your money, then just let me know and I will. And Jessica has been raving about the Morgan Vampire series, so she told me that I have to get it and I have to read it, that it's amazing. It's by Rachel Caine, so I cannot wait to read these. I think these covers are really pretty and really simple. A long time ago when I did my review on Monique and the Mango Rains, Gina from My Fiction Freak, she told me that if I like that kind of thing and if I like stories about that kind of stuff and inspiration stories, that I should get The Middle Place by Kelly Corgan. What happens is she has a really close relationship with her father, and she finds out she has breast cancer, and I guess that he's there for her every step of the way, and it's a inspiring true story, so I can't wait to read that one. Next one I got, I told my mom I was getting this book and she freaked out because if you know anything about this book, which you probably do, if you're a reader, you've heard of this book before. It's Catcher in the Rye, and a lot of psycho serial killers have said that they've got their inspiration or they kind of lost their mind when they were reading this book. So I am really excited actually to read this one to see what the big thing is about. My mom's like, I'm going to be watching you when you read that book, just make sure you don't lose your mind. And I'm like, Mom, it's a book. But my English professor in high school, he told me it was his favorite book, that he didn't see what the big deal was about it, and Holden was his favorite character, so much so that he named his first son Holden. So I'm really excited to read this one to see what the hubbub is all about. Okay, the next one I got is The Hollow by Jessica Verde. This one is about a girl who loses her best friend, and then she meets a guy, and then she finds out secrets about her best friend that she never knew, and she doesn't really feel like her best friend's gone. So I'm really excited to read this one. The reason I got this one is because the second one, The Haunted, is such a gorgeous cover that I wanted it so bad, so I got this one to read first. And the tagline is, I love like no other. So Can't wait to read that one. There's a couple things that my family is obsessed with. My parents mostly. So then when your parents are obsessed with it, you kind of become obsessed with it yourself because you grew up with it. And those things are the Beatles, Cher, and Indiana Jones. So my dad was obsessed with Indiana Jones. He had an Indiana Jones hat that me and my brothers would always fight over. This is before Jessica. So me and my brothers would always fight over this hat. So we were all obsessed with Indiana Jones. So I got The Lost Journal of Indiana Jones. It's like a miniology book. I'm really excited to read this one. It's got all kinds of information about the movies and just little details. And it was only $4. You can't beat that. And I just love Indiana Jones. How can you not love Indiana Jones? He's just so cool. The next one I've got, I'm also really excited about. It's The House of Dead Maidens, and it's a prelude to Wuthering Heights. So if you like Wuthering Heights, I know a lot of you probably know Wuthering Heights through Twilight, but if you read Wuthering Heights, it's kind of like a weird book. I don't think I've ever done a review on it, but the characters are a little weird. I mean, I love it just because it's a classic, but the characters are so mean and so awful to each other that it's kind of hard to feel the love that they feel because all they have is real hatred. Like they say about on Twilight, the only good qualities the characters have is their love for one another. And that's so true because these characters are so mean. So I'm really excited to see what this author does with the Wuthering Heights characters in this book. Hopefully she makes them just a tiny bit nicer. The next one I have is The Looking Glass Wars. It's a book I've been wanting to pick up for a long time. I think it's a really cool concept to retelling. I'm really getting into the retellings of classics here. It's got all these pretty pictures in the middle. But I have not read Alice in Wonderland, and I don't know if I'm going to wait till I read Alice in Wonderland before I read this series. But I'm really looking forward to eventually getting to this book. The next one I have is Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. This book is about a girl who finds out she's part angel, and she kind of has to deal with that in her life and her battles between good and evil. I just love the cover. I think it's gorgeous, and there's the side, and there's even this big shiny feather on the back of it. I'm really super excited about it. I think it is just going to be an amazing read. I can't wait to get to it. It's Revolution by Jennifer Donnelly. This book is about two girls who are, there's one and there's the other. I mean, how cool is that cover? The girl in the present, she finds the past girl's journal, and these girls live 2 centuries apart, but then I think they eventually meet or some kind of weird time travel thing goes on. But I cannot wait to read this one. I think this one is going to be really good. It is YA, even though it kind of has an adult-ish look to it. It is a YA book, so I cannot wait to read that one. The next one is Pegasus by Robin McKinley. My dad used to tell me and my sister stories about Pegasus when we were younger, so I really have a special place in my heart for Pegasus, and I cannot wait to read a book about it, about the horse. I just hope it's amazing. I think it will be, but it's a pretty big book. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. The next one I got I'm really excited about because I got it on sale. It's $5. It's originally a $25 book, so it is an adult book. It's called 13th Tale, and the 13th Tale, and I'm really excited about this. It's about a woman who's coming to the end of her life, and she realizes that there's so many things that she didn't do that she wished she would have done. So she has an author come in and basically help her write what she wished she would have done, and it looks really good. Cannot wait to read that one. I'm saying that about all of these, basically. The Secret of Call by Christopher Pike. This one I got basically solely on the cover. I think the cover is gorgeous, and it's about a girl who falls in love with a genie. A genie is a concept I haven't really read anything about yet, so I'm really excited to see how this one plays out. I love the blues. Look how pretty those blues, and it's like a purple tint. So pretty. This one was recommended to me by somebody, and I'm not going to lie, this book I did not want to get just because it is $25. Super expensive book. So it's Beautiful Malice by Rebecca James, and somebody told me that this book was amazing, so of course I'm going to give it a try, and a lot of the people who recommend things to me are usually really know what they're doing, and I'm like, oh my god, thank god this person recommended it to me because I never would have read it otherwise. hopefully this is what this book turns out. It's basically about a friendship between two girls. Okay, this one, The Iron Witch, I'm really excited to read about because even though I've only read one fairy series, they have not really touched anything on the real concepts of fairies. It kind of did a little bit in Need and Captivate, but I'm really excited to get into these other fairy books and see what they're about. And this book is just beautiful. Look at her arm, all the detail on her arm. And the inside cover is just so pretty. Look at that. Very gorgeous. And it's about a girl who is a fairy and her parents were attacked and killed, and then she herself sustained injuries that she had to use iron to fix, I think. This next one I'm really excited about. It looks really good. It really reminds me of Waterworld, if you guys have ever seen that movie. This book really reminds me of that. It's called The Keeper's Tattoo, and this girl, she was orphaned when she was little, and she has this tattoo on the back of her neck, and people are destroying basically anybody who has knowledge of the old ways. So, yeah, but she has this tattoo that will unlock the secrets of everything. So, super excited to read that one. Even though this one, when I came home, I realized was damaged, and I gotta fix it up. But it was the last one, and I just gotta tape that sucker up. But I love it. It's got a character. It's a little rip page. I will fix it. This next one, Crier's Cross by Lisa McMannon. I am really looking forward to reading this just because the tagline is the smaller the town, the bigger the secrets. It's about students that keep disappearing, and then one day one girl finds a mysterious scratching on her desk at school. That's like a clue or something. I am super excited to read this one. The reason I got this, there is kind of like, not as dramatic as this one, but there is kind of a similar incident that happened in the next town over when my mom was a teenager. I think it happened like the 70s. A girl disappeared and was found brutally killed, and she was actually a good friend of my aunt's, and my mom was like one of the last people to see her before she disappeared. So there's like all this mystery and speculation that's always surrounded it, because it's like the only thing that's happened in these towns. So it's like everyone had an opinion about it. Everyone knew somebody who found something of her, or knew some kind of speculation or crazy thing going on. So that reminded me of our own little town mystery that happened in the 70s. So can't wait to read that one. The next one is The Hunter's Moon, and again, I got this because the cover is so pretty. It is a series, and it's about a girl who the fairy king wants to have her as her bride, but she runs away, and then like his whole people are like chasing after her. So can't wait to read that one. Look how pretty. Why would you want to run for those people? Look how cool those people look. Would you run away from them? No, you will go and you go dance with them. What's this girl thinking? This one is called Dirty Little Secret. I think there's another book called Dirty Little Secret, but this one I read on Goodreads a long time ago. But now that I'm reading it again, I don't know if it sounds that interesting. It's about a girl who family is a hoarder. If you guys have ever seen the show The Hoarder, you know how horrible that would be. It's people who basically just will not throw away anything. Literally will not throw away anything, and will just have it accumulate and accumulate into their house until there's literally no room to sit down. Yeah, and this girl, her mother is a hoarder, and she has a best friend and a guy that she likes, and she's trying to keep her family secret from these people, and I don't know what else happens. But yeah, kind of curious about that one. Almost done, guys. Next one I have is Beautiful Darkness by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stohl. I liked the first one, so I'm going to get the second one. I wasn't as crazy about the first one as everybody else was. I really liked it and I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't like over the moon like everyone else was. But still, enough to intrigue me, enough to read the next one. So, yeah. These next four I had to order because my Borders didn't have them, but this one I'm really excited about. It's called Red Handed, and the tagline is, there is blood on her hands, but it isn't human. And it's about a girl who goes to a party, and then she finds herself being recruited into an alien invasion agency, kind of like a Men in Black thing. But it's really small. It's a really little petite book, and I cannot wait to read it. It looks really good. I can't remember if somebody recommended this to me or not, but Looks really good. Look how tiny it is. It's so tiny. I mean, look. Here's Beautiful Darkness. Here's this book. So little. Alright, the next one is I Am Number 4. I really want to read this book before the movie comes out because I'm just like a freak like that. I still haven't watched Time Traveler's Wife because I haven't read my Time Traveler's Wife. Anyways, I am bound and determined to read this book before the movie comes out. And if you don't know what this is about, it's there are 9 aliens, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure how many there is. I think there's 9. But there's 9 aliens, and people are killing them off in order. And it says, like, 1 through 3 are dead. I'm number 4. So he's next. And I got this stupid sticker. Oh, I can come off. But I cannot wait to read it. It looks really good. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Everybody who's read this book has said it's amazing. Next one I got is Warped. This one came out January 11th. I'm really excited to read this one because it's about a girl who finds a tapestry of a unicorn, and after she comes in possession of this tapestry, a lot of weird things start to happen to her, and she realizes the fates are going to make a mess of her life, and she meets a guy whose destiny is also dependent on the tapestry. So I cannot wait to see how that plays out. I think the cover is really pretty. The next one I got is Sea. It's about after the disaster, the tsunami disaster 2004. These 2 characters, I think one of them lost her mother. Yeah, one of them lost her mother in it, and her father asks to go and asks her to go and help the orphans of the tsunami. And when she goes there, she meets a guy who lost his father, and there's a rumor that his father might still be alive, so him and her go and try to find him. So I can't wait to read that one. It looks really good. 3 more. Alright. You guys know I love meology books. I have a thing for ology just because, you know, when you come home after going on a big Borders trip and you have all these books and you put them on your bookshelf and you're like, oh, they look so pretty, and then like you don't really get to have fun with them until you read them. So the one thing I love about ology books is you get to have fun with them as soon as you come home because you get to go through them and see what opens up and see what cool things happen. So I love my ology books. I'm collecting them. The first one is Wizardology. Of course, it's about wizards, and these books are so cool. I don't know how somebody cannot like these books. They are just awesome. Look at all the cool things in this thing. So, if you guys want me to review them and see if they're worth the money, then just let me know. This one's Monsterology. Shiny, shiny, shiny. This one is really cool. I think it's one of my favorite ology books. And it was on sale. It's The Lost Files of Nancy Drew, and it was on sale for $5, and it's really thick and fluffy. But it goes through every book. I used to have the Nancy Drew books. I don't know what happened to them, but this book makes me want to go and collect them again. It goes through each book. This one's what is this one? The Secret of the Old Clock. And it goes through each book, and it kind of gives like extras for the book. You know what I mean? Like, all kinds of things pop out, and there's a will here in every single book. And this one, out of all the ology books, has the most pop-ups of all the ones that I've seen. And I really want to get the Nancy Drew books and read through them because of this ology book. I used to have them, but not anymore. And in the back, woo, after it goes through all the books and all the little tidbits about Nancy Drew, you come to the back. And the back of all these books always has something really cool. If you open this up, which I did and I ripped it, it has postcards that have all the covers of the books on them. All the original covers, which I think is so cool. And I want to go collect the Nancy Drew books now because of this book. So, yeah, I hope, look, scroll, letter, scroll, letter, scroll, letter. Woo! 29 books. Took forever. So that was my Borders haul. It was 29 books, and I'm being serious when I say this time, guys. I will not be doing another Borders haul for like 3, maybe 4 months. Hopefully I can make it to 4 months. But I don't just like reading books. I like collecting books. It's also a thing I think that I like to collect obviously. I mean, look at that. So, yeah, but I need to start catching up. It's getting to the point where it's getting ridiculous, the amount of books that I have not read. I think I'm up to like 150 books that I have not read. Altogether, I have like 250 books. 100 of them, like 110 I've read. About 140 I haven't read. So, and that's counting what I just got. So, yeah, it's getting ridiculous the amount of books that I haven't read yet. So I need to stop buying and start catching up on them, because I have a lot of amazing books that I just been dying to get to and read, but I haven't been able to stop buying long enough to read them. So this was Stacy with Chapter Chicks. I hope you enjoyed the birthday haul.